Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to the Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist, type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on rewiring perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. This episode is dedicated to all of you who have the bravery to actually go through this metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a butterfly, which I like to call rapid identity reimagination. I want to give you an open-hearted exploration of the truth of this because it is messy. What happens when you are reimagining the identity of who you are, not in theoretical thing, but in the real world. When you are in this metamorphosis of becoming who you really are, you are becoming someone who is very different than you have thought yourself to be in the past. And it feels uncomfy, or as one of my clients described it, like I'm being locked in a porta potty and I've been kicked down the side of the mountain and the door is locked. I want you to give yourself some grace and space as you are doing this rapid identity reimagination, because you are composting aspects of yourself that you are sloughing off. When you're going into this metamorphosis and this rapid identity reimagination, you are saying, I'm going to dissolve everything I've ever thought about who I am, love, work, success, money. My first coach, she was British. She was an ontological coach. Ontological coaching is where we do deep subconscious work. It's one of the modalities I use with you inside my one-on-one coaching container. What she would say is that metamorphosis is very similar to a transatlantic flight and brain surgery, which is that like you don't want to stop halfway through. And so this butterfly goop that happens when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, they are emitting this liquid and it is almost like an acid, and it is burning their cellular structure and dissolving all of their cells. And then the caterpillar becomes this like goopy burrito. And then in that phase, all of the caterpillar cells reorganize themselves into the cellular pattern and signature of a butterfly. And then that beautiful monarch emerges from the cocoon. But what our human mind does is it gives us a very linear process. The caterpillar became the mainframe of the butterfly. Oh, that's caterpillar. And then we're just going to pop on some butterfly wings. What's really happening is all of these cells that are dormant are now becoming activated. For the caterpillar, it's these imaginal cells. And for you, it's your energetic identity of who you really are. And when this is happening, it can feel like I'm becoming nothing. And this is especially true for you if you haven't cultivated your trust trifecta. The trust trifecta is when you cultivate a deep, grounded, unconditional trust in yourself that you can handle anything and everything. It can feel terrifying because you are dissolving everything that you thought you were, and then you are sprouting these big, beautiful butterfly wings, and you're like, holy shit, I don't know how to fly. Now, what's really gorgeous about these goopy poopy butterfly caterpillar metamorphosis, imagining re-identity moments is that you are letting go of things that you have unconsciously been holding on to for decades, like societal conditioning, layers of internalized oppression, traumatic experiences, and all of these things that have been running your life very, very subtly through these unintentional identities you have been holding on to. When you begin to let that go, it is disorienting because we are still human beings with a nervous system that is deeply primal, and it will seize up in terror when it perceives danger. When you are following your unfuckwithable frequency, especially at the beginning of your journey, this will register in your brain and body as something that is extremely dangerous because you have not done the deconditioning process yet. When you do this work, it cuts straight to the core. It is precise and it gets in really deep. This is the super deep from the root identity work of coming into alignment with who you are designed to be in the world, in this lifetime, and then ascending on up from there. Coaching on this, guiding you through this, like this deep from the root identity change, this is my zone of genius. This identity work, the caterpillar to the butterfly transformation, this identity reimagination, rapid identity reimagination. In order to become the butterfly, we need to decondition ourselves and reproduce very rapidly. And where I see y'all get stuck is when you are trying to do this identity work on your own. You are identifying more as a caterpillar than your future self. Instead of focusing all of your time, energy, and attention on developing and amplifying your future self, what you're doing is you are focusing all of your time and energy on trying to fix what's wrong. You are freaking the out because you are staying identified with, well, I'm a high achiever, I'm a perfectionist. And then you are trying to fix that perfectionism. Like, this is a tell. This is how you know that you're doing this. You are staying identified with the emotion that you are feeling. You are not letting it pass through you. Emotion is energy in motion. We're not meant to hold on to any of it. And you are staying identified with the guilt. And then you are trying to fix the guilt. And it is just a colossal waste of your time and energy. When that is where you are spending the majority of your time and focus and attention and energy is either freaking out or fixing what's wrong or holding on to the feeling and trying to fix the feeling. All that you're doing is you are feeding the parts of your identity that you are actively trying to compost off. You become a very bloated and constipated caterpillar. It does not feel cute either. Instead, you could be shifting your focus on the imaginal cells within you. Focus on strengthening the power and the muscle of becoming that future you, and on rapidly multiplying those imaginal cells within you. If you want rapid identity reimagination, you need to decondition your caterpillar identity. By deconditioning, that means you are calibrating the emotions in the nervous system so it doesn't feel dangerous. Yes, you're in goop soup, but you're like, okay, I got this, whatever. I can just like take a long shower when I'm done with this all. This is why your transformation isn't as automatic as the caterpillar going into the cocoon. No, you don't need to clear your chakras. You don't need to take another course. You don't need to go and hide. I'm not here for you hiding and just being like, well, I'm just gonna be a caterpillar. I have like these caterpillar friends. It's like, fuck no, bitch. You are meant to be a butterfly. And in order to do this, you need to be equipped with the mindset and the energetic tools so you can fight off what is inevitably going to happen, which is current you, caterpillar you, is going to fight like hell to kill your future potential. You need to have the percentage of your energy, mind, and beliefs to be tipped towards the scale of the future identity because then you have the strength and power to go and decondition and integrate all the pieces. And until you get to that place, this is where you have a guide by your side that can go in and can do this, that can be your pillar of strength for you. You need support. There are no awards for doing it on your own. It's trying to do a race of crew by yourself. You are trying to be the coxswain and you are trying to be all 12 rowers. If you truly, truly believe in your vision, in the impact that you are here to create, then you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to find my guide. What is drastically not talked about is that When you are doing this work, this rapid identity reimagination, you are literally going against every manual default and automatic setting in your brain. Minds, they like to be efficient. If you had to think about how you are pumping blood to your body, you would go crazy. The human brain, it's designed for efficiency. Once you get to be 35 or older, 96% of you is basically a computer program. It is just running on default. And so this switch that we are doing, this switchboard in your deep subconscious, you becoming a new identity, especially after age 35, it does feel like bending steel. And it is why you need the strength of not just yourself. You need someone who has done it before and whose muscles are like toned and taut. You can come in with that superhero strength. Come in and I can be your Wonder Woman. Because if you don't flip this switch, if you don't do this work, it will feel like torture. It'll feel like Russian Doll. Have you seen that show on Netflix? And you're just dying every day. It's important for you to know this and plan for it. And this is why I put such exquisite detail and attention into my one-on-one coaching container. I have done all the trial and erroring for you. So instead of it taking 3 years, it can take 8 weeks. I make it so that it is inevitable because of this exquisite detail and attention that I put into the one-on-one container. How can you know if you are meant to do this rapid identity reimagination? If you are looking to lean into the next version of you and you want to be even fully more expressed, this is the place for you to come and do this, especially if you feel like there are pieces of you that don't really make sense and something that wants to come through that you're like, what are they going to think? Come over here. We can make sense of this. Also, if you are making a lot of money, multiple 6 figures, millions, and like you are getting this feeling that there is this rational mind versus this felt sense within you. And you're like, I can't do that. That will destroy my career. Then you need to hire me as your guide ASAP. I will unlock the fullest expression of you to come through, to allow that creativity to flow through you in a way that will just move you down the field towards where you're going like no other. It is a rocket ship. Going from goop to the greatest version of who you are designed to be, and you start acting from that place, woo, you are co-creating with the universe. And when you do that, things just begin to happen on a timeline and in ways that defy what our human brains can even comprehend. So listen, if you are not feeling the radical aliveness of your future self radiating out from every cell in your body, from every crevice of your life and business, if you are in the goopy poopy and you don't feel your future self, this magnetic frequency and bursting with aliveness, then you 100% want to get inside my one-on-one coaching cocoon. It is the caterpillar to butterfly transformation accelerated, and it is done for you at the chef's kiss, highest level, and you are surrounded with premium, luxurious support the entire way through. You can make this rapid identity reimagination happen for you right now. It can happen for you before the holiday cups come out at Starbucks, before the Christmas tree wreaths come out. This can happen for you now. If you're nodding your head yes, listen closely because I might have the solution you've been searching for. My Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, a 6-week, highly individualized one-on-one coaching experience designed exclusively for perfectionists like you. Your perfectionism is actually your greatest asset, and leveraging it can be hard work or take years of guesswork. That's why in Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, I give you my key frameworks to taking charge of your Ferrari drive, proven to work even for the most type A, high-strung, stubborn perfectionists. In the first 30 days, you will cut your burnout in half, increase your professional fulfillment by at least 150%, and your self-compassion will go up at least 250%. And that is just your first 30 days. So if you want to save yourself years of trial and error, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator today. Or if you want to take the easy way, just click the link in the show notes to check out the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator.